Hi guys, welcome to my run, King Arthur Knight's Tale. It's a good game. I played a little bit of it. It's really dark and it's pretty good. So let's check it out.
1-800-995-7563.
Who's there? I can
When
hear you.
enamel is gone, you cannot get it back, but you can repair it with Pronamel Repair. It penetrates deep into the tooth to actively repair acid-weakened enamel. I recommend Pronamel Repair. With new Pronamel Repair mouthwash, you can enhance that repair beyond brushing. They work great together.
CIDP disrupts.
CIDP derails.
Let's be honest.
CIDP sucks. But living with CIDP,
Just have to.
when you sign up at shiningthroughcidp.com, you'll find inspiration and real patient stories, helpful tips, reliable information, and more.
Open
CIDP can be tough.
Help
But
me,
finding
and I will
Just
help
got a
you.
little easier. Sign up at shiningthroughcidp.com.
Be heard, be hopeful, be you. On weekend.
Neither is the long weekend. So take on employees with their own payroll. So you can fix problems before they become problems. Get
Sir
paid up
Mordred,
and make the
the scourge of
unnecessary
the time is
necessary.
back.
See you down the
Avalon
line.
is not a place for your treacherous kind.
Brenda used to worry about staying cheap. Now,
Me?
Switchy
But
time.
just a
she
ghost.
uses TheraBreath white mouthwash to help remove it from that stain.
It's non-burning and non-irritating, just like us.
Try TheraBreath mouthwash.
It's a better mouthwash. Skiing for over 45 years has taken a toll on my body. I take Cunol turmeric because it helps with healthy joints and inflammation
Then
support.
we may talk.
Why Cunol? It has superior absorption compared to regular turmeric. Cunol, the brand I trust.
Keep my promises.
Capitol Hill chaos. Go inside Hunter Biden's closed-door deposition. Jesse breaks down what you need to know on the next Jesse Waters
I don't know
Primetime.
about that. But soon,
Here?
you must make your very first decisions. I've already told you. Avalon, the island of the fallen knights. And this is Castle Camelot. Yes, not the one that you remember now. Some of us are still waging a war. I fought and have been betrayed. You are familiar with betrayal, aren't you? And what is yours?
It's important that we're local.
Yes, savagery? Yes, I thought so.
When you work and you live in the same place, that very much makes it a local feel.
Because we're able to make meaningful connections with people right here in our community.
It kind of was a joke, but every time I'd walk in and say it's Corey, it's like Coach Go Corey, and they would just let me through.
That's my honor.
I really feel good about helping other people. And that's how I was brought up.
You think a sword makes you less useless?
Every time I was making respectful drugs. When I found out about what the United Way could do, I was sitting inside the medical on the phone, talking to someone saying,
I told you that you will
I'm gonna lose everything.
What the hell is he
I got
doing out of
nothing.
his cell?
I might as well be dead.
Surprise.
14 years clean. Never thought that would be possible. Yeah, way made that possible.
Former President Donald Trump picked up another primary win last night in Michigan. Again, he beat the only remaining Republican candidate to challenge him at this point, Nikki Haley, by a lot. You see that on the screen. On the Democratic side, Biden also secured a victory. But his biggest challenger had a very good showing. Look at that number on the right. That's 13.3. Who does that represent? Well, they are voters who are part of a movement to vote uncommitted in protest of Biden's failures, in particular the failure to call for a ceasefire in the Israel-Hamas war. That effort got more than 100,000 votes. Multiple headlines stressing the concerns over this for President Biden and the Democratic Party. Supporters of the uncommitted campaign also speaking out.
To our uncommitted folks, to send that message to Joe Biden, that Palestinian life is valuable, and we demand a permanent ceasefire. This is a warning sign. It's a threat to Biden and his administration.
It's just the beginning. This is a victory of American democracy tonight. This is a victory.
174 days from now, we're going to be at the Democratic National Convention, pushing and growing this anti-war movement.
Grady Trimble is in Dearborn, Michigan. Grady.
I see a chest.
Hey, Harris, here in the city of Dearborn, home to Michigan's largest Muslim community, more than 50 40% of Democratic primary voters selected uncommitted on their ballots yesterday. There were also a lot of protest votes in the two big college towns here in Michigan, East Lansing and Ann Arbor. Those 100,000 uncommitted votes, or more than 100,000, taking away as much as 13% of the total for President Joe Biden. Many of those people who voted on it are upset with President Biden's stance on Israel's war in Gaza. The Biden campaign has been trying to do outreach to win back the Arab American community, which helped him win this state by more than 150,000 votes in the 2020 presidential election. But these results last night show so far that outreach hasn't been enough. By some estimates, there are around 200,000 Muslim voters in Michigan. Their vote could help determine the outcome in this critical swing state. And Harris, we've been talking to voters, Democratic voters in particular, about this issue. You can tell by listening to them that this party is divided.
For right now, I'll vote for him.
I was extremely excited that this was kind of a chance to bring down Biden.
Ultimately, do you think they're helping former President Trump?
I think they are helping him in this situation. Yeah.
I don't know what they're hoping to accomplish with this.
And as we look ahead to Super Tuesday, there are similar campaigns in some of those states encouraging Democrats to make these protest votes if it's possible in those respective primaries. Harris?
Brittany, thank you very much. Power panel now. Guy Benson, Richard Fowler, both are Fox News contributors. So, what is gained by doing this, Richard? Why handle it this way, and how do you think the White House is doing it?
Well, thanks for having me here. I think there's a couple of things happening here. And if you talk to one of the leaders of the uncommitted movement, which is repeatedly since we gave an interview yesterday on their network, and the point they're trying to do is they're trying to move the president's foreign policy when it comes to Israel. And to some extent, based on what we heard the president say a couple of days ago while having ice cream with Seth Meyers, they seem to be having a little bit of an effect, right? What we saw the president do, he sent his CIA director to Paris to help negotiate a ceasefire. The president is moving on this idea that maybe we can create some sort of peace agreement in this Israel and Gaza standoff. That's exactly what these voters want. I think it's important for the audience to know, though, these are not voters that are going to go vote for Trump in the November election. I think what they're trying to do here is they're trying to change the footing of Biden's foreign policy.
You know, you might want to tell the governor of Michigan about that, because that's exactly opposite of what she said. She said that a vote uncommitted is a vote for Donald Trump. So, Guy Benson. Okay, I'm being told that Jamie Raskin is talking right now. Let's watch. This is live.
Joe Biden. So, what we saw, I think, was a rather embarrassing spectacle where the Republicans continued to belabor completely trivial points. They seem to be obsessively focused on speakerphones and use of speakerphone. I did not know that was the devil's technology, but apparently it is. I believe, based on this first hour, that this whole thing has been a tremendous waste of our legislative time and the people's resources. But I would love to have each of my colleagues come up and share their sense of what we just went with the vice ranking member.
Thank you so much, Ranking Member Raskin. I think
Cool.
Ranking Member stated it completely. What we just witnessed over the last hour was, I think, a deep-sea fishing expedition, because the Republican case has completely fallen apart over the last several weeks. After it's been exposed that critical, one of their most key pieces of information was based on a source that was in communication with Russian intelligence. They are now trying to scramble to find anything to substantiate their fairy tale, is what we should call this. But I think more disturbing, what we are seeing is just a complete and inappropriate expedition into the presidency, and for matters and subjects that are completely unrelated to an impeachment investigation. And I think it is extremely disturbing to see the lack of professionalism, the lack of grounding, and the abuse of public resources and abuse of public power in order to pursue something that truly, whose point at this juncture is very unclear. And with that, I
Mr. Swallow, Jennifer, thank you. They've got nothing. That's what we just witnessed for the last hour. One of their witnesses has been indicted for working with Russian intelligence. Another witness has been indicted.
Away from there. You saw this is the oversight committee. Now, obviously, Democrats are in the minority on this committee. You saw the top 10, Jamie Raskin there, and then Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is the next member. She's the vice, if you will. Guy Benson, you heard all of the talk there about a waste of time to talk to Hunter Biden. Yet we had attorneys on earlier, including Andy McCarthy and Terry Kubak-Ravani, so there are a lot of receipts that go along with this testimony.
Sir Llewellyn, a
Yeah,
once noble
obviously.
warrior
And look,
with
these
two
are House
sons,
Democrats
both
who
knights.
lie constantly about all of the investigations into Joe Biden. Hunter Biden could have walked into that hearing today and confessed to murder, and what we just heard would have been unchanged. They'd have said, oh, nothing to see here, the Republicans have nothing. This has been their story every step of the way. And the only way they can get to that conclusion is by ignoring all of the evidence that we've seen publicly now for the better part of actually several years. There are receipts. Tony Bobulinski, for example, who works closely with the Bidens, including Hunter Biden, he's provided some of those receipts to this committee and his testimony. I haven't seen any of his credibility impeached, any of his allegations disproven. So there are bank records, there are meeting records, there are admissions that Joe Biden was brought into meetings on speakerphone. What a stupid point by Jamie Raskin. I think they take us for idiots. Maybe they're accurate when they think about their own base and their gullibility, but I would like to get to the bottom of this. I wish we could actually have cameras in there. I understand why we can't, but my guess is when Republicans come out and give their summary of what they've seen so far, it will sound very different.
So it's interesting. It's not over yet. The interview is still ongoing, and this big group of Democrats has just walked out to go to the microphones. Richard, is this a flex to the president? No, I'm being serious. I mean, as you know, it's presidential season. Is this a flex to let him know that, we got your back. We're in there. We got to go back now. What's really going on here? Because wouldn't you at least want to listen to the facts that you know you'll have to refute? Potentially with your own questions?
Look, I think they will go back in and they will ask their questions. I think it's the problem to have these sort of closed-door hearings where the Americans don't get a chance to see the evidence for themselves. It's the problem with that, number one. Number two, where I agree with Guy, that nobody's saying that Hunter Biden is the Boy Scout. I think we can actually say the opposite. He's not. Here's the problem for Republicans. They haven't made a clear enough connection that can stand the disinfectant of a courtroom to connect Hunter Biden's misdealings to his father, and therein lies the problem. If they could, there would have been impeachment proceedings already.
That's where the banking records come in. And as we've been reporting, the two attorneys I had on earlier this hour who were talking about this and other cases were saying that, that's why potentially it could take a long time, because that paper trail is something that really is how you tie things together. It always does. Follow the money. That's such an old and used line, but it's so true. So, a couple things. One, he is under oath today, Hunter Biden. Republicans are in the room still asking questions. Democrats made whatever decision to come out and leave that. And Richard, you're right. They'll go back in and they can ask their questions. But
This is the perfect tragic story of a failed election system. Dangerous sanctuary cities policies in an environment where DAs won't enforce the law, such that law enforcement doesn't feel like it can do its job.
immigrants charged with rape and murder, including the killing of a 2-year-old boy. Missouri Senator John Howard joins the focus.
Harvey is ultimately the ones he puts first. When it comes to caring for his team, especially it's time to shift gears on that. Because Aspen Dental is the latest technology equipment. The staff knows unapologetic exceptional care. Plus free exams and x-rays for new patients without insurance and 20% off treatment plans. Making it easier to get started with quality care. It's one more way Aspen Dental is in your corner.
This year, I got serious about my taxes. I got the TurboTax expert because I had 2 full-time jobs, lawyering and cleaning, all on my own.
Count on me, Mia. I'll file your taxes for you with 100% accuracy guaranteed.
Don't you so hard to smile?
Make your moves count. Intuit TurboTax. Let a full-service expert do your taxes for you as soon as today.
Welcome to Stormy Heights, where the windows are always cold. Ellis fiberglass is the strongest material for windows and patio doors. Fiberglass frame is even scratch and dent resistant. Hello Windows, tested for extremes, designed for your home. Can the Riva support your brain health?
Joey, Johnny, hey!
Eddie, no. Frank.
Frank? Brad, how are you? Brad.
Up to 7 brain health indicators, including your memory. Join the Nariva Brain Health Challenge. Streaming now on Fox Nation. An all-new episode of the groundbreaking series.
These jurors sat in the center of the House for our trial. Now speak out about the trial and manipulation. What?
Voted what? The House of Murdoch. The jurors speak. Streaming now on Fox Nation. Then binge all the episodes. This could be really Hollywood. So
Leave a humorous Joe out there.
the groundbreaking series, The Fall of the House of Murdoch. Streaming now on Fox Nation. Sign up at foxnation.com.
I'm a 79-year-old now. I set 4 state records for New York State for my age bracket. I set a national record on the deadlift. See, the body's remarkable. It'll adapt to whatever you do. If you're doing nothing, you can bet you're degenerating faster than everybody else. Your body needs to be fueled. Depending on the fuel you put in is how your body will adapt. I found for me, my body adapts better eating healthy food, putting better things in. I don't have the discipline to put together all of that food for the rest of the day. Balance of nature helps me do that. I take balance of nature because I see the benefits for me. I'm reaping the benefit of this body. There's no question in my mind. Thank you.
Start your journey with Balance of Nature supplements. Get 35% off plus $10 off any additional set with your first order as a preferred customer by using discount code FOXNEWS.
A lot of times you can't control
Let's save
the
this.
that you're getting. You can't fall asleep or you're tossing and turning all night. You can't get the sleep you need to stay healthy. I know. It's
Excellent. We'll catch you guys next time. All right. Peace.
Reliance Sleep is a product that's made from natural ingredients, and it usually works from the very first night you try. It helps you fall asleep.